welcome to day 29 of May Vlogs. I've just dropped Arthur at school and I've just dropped up Jasper at the childminders because her little boy, well her oldest, who's in Arthur's class, is not very well today, so he's not going to school. He's just got a rotten cold, so she's happy to have Jasper still. To be fair, he's probably got the rotten cold that Arthur and Jasper have had. I've got the kids' music on in the car. I don't want the kids' music on anymore. I do that so often. Just end up getting somewhere and realising I've been in the car on my own for the last 20 minutes listening to kids' music and nursery rhymes. But oh well, I'm sure we've all done that. So yes, as I said, I've just dropped the kids off. I'm just heading home. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing today. I need to get some gradient party fade kits dyed up. So that's kind of my first plan. And if I got time, I wouldn't mind. There's the gradient party fade kits, and there are two other colorways, and I just need to dye up a couple of extra skeins of, and then that is dyeing done. I've still got 10 stripes to wind, but I slept funny the other night and my neck is playing up. I've just kind of pricked my neck and it's really, really tight. The muscles are really tight. So I might give those a miss today. I kind of have Thursday as a bit of a spare day. I'd kind of planned to leave Thursday for packing and labelling and that kind of thing. But I figure if I do some labelling and some things like that today, all those little bitty admin-y tasks that need to be done before a show, sorting out all my signs and labelling and cutting ball bands and all that kind of stuff. If I do that today, then obviously that frees up Thursday for the last few stripes, maybe. Yeah, so I think that might be my plan for today. Getting some yarn dyed and doing a little bit of labelling. So it's about 12 o'clock and I've just spent the last sort of hour and a bit skeining yarn. So everything is now skeined apart from the fade kits, which the one I dyed yesterday and the ones I'm dyeing today. So we've got a little bit more high tide, some more wild orchid. This is the Railway Children colourway from the new Bedtime Stories collection. This one here is the Secret Garden colourway, also from the Bedtime Stories collection. Then we have some Let Me Count the Ways, some poppy. This is the other sort of random purple I dyed, which I think I'm going to call Spring Lilacs. Thanks to somebody on Instagram for the suggestion. Then we've got some heather, and finally the yellow from the Spring Gardens is Teddy Bear's Picnic. So, as you'll have seen, I've skeined up most of the yarn. I'm just printing out labels. There's so many there. Annoyingly, I have just run out of the labels that I usually use, the kind of this size that I use for my ball bands. Fortunately, good old Amazon Prime have them on Prime same day delivery. I was kind of expecting it to be at least next day delivery, but same day delivery is brilliant. They'll arrive this evening, so I can carry on printing tomorrow. But now I need to cut ball bands. Always a fun job. Yeah, but we're getting there. We are getting there slowly. My neck is actually feeling quite a lot better, so I'm really glad that I didn't wind stripes today. I think giving it that break is going to make a big difference, and then hopefully it will feel better for tomorrow, so that I can get on with it. So much mess here that needs tidying up. It's really annoying me. So I've spent the afternoon printing out labels and cutting up labels, ball bands and stuff like that. I've had a bit of a disaster with the dye today. Both my hands are completely covered in dye. I am going to look very professional this afternoon. Arthur has a hospital appointment, so yeah, ideal. I really could do with not being covered in dye for that. But oh well, it usually kind of hangs around for a couple of days and then it washes off. So yeah, oh, I've got light flashing on my glasses. Let's take those off. I don't usually record sitting here because you can see just how much of a mess my house is at the moment when I do. I usually try and get at least a wall behind me, but oh well. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm trying to say to you all. I'm getting there. The last of the dyeing is on. I need to turn it off in a second before I go and get Arthur. As I said, he's got a hospital appointment, so I've got to pick him up a little bit early. But yes, the last of the dyeing is currently on. I am about to turn it off, and that is all the dyeing done. So that's amazing. Labels are coming along. I'm going to rope Tom into helping me actually label up the yarn, but yeah, we're getting there. I am really tired, in case you hadn't guessed by me rubbing my eyes. But yeah, not long to go now. So the last of the dyeing is hung up to dry. That is it now. Everything is dyed for the shows. And I've had a little rejig over here again, endless rejigging, and moved everything kind of around a little bit and got everything stocked up. So we've got the Wildflower collection. Oh, I can't work out where to point. There we go. Wildflower collection up here with their 50-gram skeins. We've got the semi-solids down here. Then I've got the Bedtime Story collection. And then we've got the Spring Garden collection and then the random other skeins there. And as I said, the self-striping will be propped up in that gap. And yeah, we're getting there. So as we said, these were the new ones, the Bedtime Story collection. So you've got George's Marvellous Medicine, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, Sea of Adventure. This is the Railway Children, and this one is the Secret Garden. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with that collection. So hopefully they will be popular. You never know. I still need to make up the mini bundles and stuff like that. I've got a box down here, which is just all the spares, you know, the stuff that doesn't fit on the grid, because obviously this is going to 2 shows. So I'm hoping that I will need to restock slightly. Yeah, I've got a bag of ends here. So when I make my minis or my stripes or anything, I collect all the ends, and Arthur's school takes them for arts and crafts projects. So this bag is getting pretty full and needs to go to Arthur's school soon.
Mummy.
So my final job of the day, while Tom is giving the kids their tea, is to get the rest of these minis wound. And I'm getting there. That box is only half full now, and that box of wound ones is nearly full. So yeah, hopefully I'll have an hour and a bit or so while the kids have tea and get ready for bed before my in-laws come back round this evening for we're all having a meal together this evening. So I've got to go down and be social tonight, but yeah, hopefully we will see how much we can get done now.